at all. The
Say
second term.
no, say that again. Say that again.
Bush shouldn't have been president whatsoever of this country. Al Gore should have had it. Al Gore had all the votes, and Bush and his brother and everything threw him away.
Yep.
In Florida.
It was rigged.
Yeah.
They cheated.
Florida put him back in office. Ohio put him back in office. That's why I won't go back to Ohio. Fuck that city, as far as I'm concerned.
Uh-huh.
And the courts put his ass back in office. Said, oh, he's doing such a fine... Bullshit, he ain't doing such a fine job.
Yeah. It's corrupt.
He screwed his goddamn country over.
Mm-hmm.
Worse than what his dad did. His dad got him out of the military so he wouldn't have to go to no lousy-ass war. Goddamn pansy-ass mother.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta watch what I say.
It's still free speech. You can say what you want to say, and I actually agree with everything you say. So,
and
I think a lot of people out here agree with what you say.
Well, you know, I did I'll be on TV on channel 22 or 23 nationwide, and it's called Wake Up America. And I told the guy who took the interview, just exactly what I felt. Everything went down the tubes since Lyndon Johnson took over as president. It all went... He had connections with the mafia. There were 2 shots fired on the motorcade that Kennedy was in. The second one is the one that killed Kennedy. And it was from a mafia member. And Johnson knew about it. And he hushed it up real tight. So they couldn't get to that guy. If it would have been me, he'd have been dead too. Because I don't feel... See, Kennedy, when Vietnam War was going on, was just starting to get in the swing of things, Kennedy told him, back off, fight it out amongst yourselves, and don't get us involved. Or he'll push the bomb, or he'll push the red button that'll destroy the whole country. And he won't bother to rebuild them. But no, Lyndon Johnson is the one who said, no, we can't do that. The hell we can't. We have every right to do what we want to do. And now they're classifying us as a glory seeker. We're no glory seekers. Not in my book.
You mean the United States is glory seekers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in my book, I don't think so. In fact, I know so.
Yeah.
I did 8 trips to Vietnam, and on the last one is when I lost my legs. I lost them to a landmine, which wasn't a Bonson Betty and it wasn't a Claymore. It was one of those big World War II pressure-plated mines.
Wow. I
saved a fellow comrade from stepping on it, pushed him over top, and when he hit the ground, my legs hit the mine. They took 2 pieces of shrapnel, this long, out of both legs, after they cleaned the mud out. And in this one I had 43 small ones, and this one I had 42. Altogether 85 pieces of shrapnel.
Wow.
In both legs. And my mind had snapped so bad over in Vietnam that it wasn't funny. Every time I heard a car backfire or a tire blow out, I thought of the enemy firing at me, and I told my mom, get my weapon off the bed.
And that's why when we started first talking, you said these guys over there right now are going to be coming back with these same kind of problems, right?
Exactly.
And you know firsthand. Yep. Damn.
See, when I got back, all we got when we came back from Vietnam was pushed in a corner, slapped, spit on, and had stuff thrown at us. I still catch it today from the buses when they were up here on 6th Street. Yeah, one guy opened up his window and threw a brick at me. Missed me and hit a little 4-year-old.
Yeah. Now he's just probably just throwing shit and being rude, right? I mean,
no, he said, I missed you this time, but I'll get you the next time. I said, there won't be a next time.
When you came back from Vietnam, were there people literally like to you like spitting or not? I mean, so because I've heard there's been chit chat where on the radio where they say, you know, that happened maybe once
No,
or that, you know,
all the time.
Really.
When I walk down the street, I have people come up and right at me.
When you came back from Nam?
From Vietnam. And they threw shit at me.
Well, see, I support the troops. I don't want them fighting, but I love them and I want them back. I don't want them over there fighting. I love them. I don't want them over there doing that.
I don't either.
And I sure as hell ain't going to spit on them.
I'm sure I'm going to greet him with open arms.
I'm going to try to help them.
I'm going to greet him with open arms.
You bet.
Because I know what it's like to be in a war. Vietnam was the worst war going. Right now, Iraq is just a mini Vietnam.
You know what? I was born in 1960. I missed the war. I missed the peace movement. I missed all that. But I grew up hearing about it. I thought we learned something from it.
I was born in the 50s.
You were born in the 50s? Yeah. See, and you went to that war.
I went in at 18 when Vietnam was being heavily bombarded. We used napalm bombs, everything over there.
Were you drafted or did you join?
I was drafted. I wouldn't join.
Yeah. You didn't really want to go then, did you?
Well, not after being turned down twice in 1 year.
Oh, you tried to join and they wouldn't let you? Then when they needed people, they drafted you?
Yeah, well, they suckered me into signing my induction papers.
Wow.
They said I won a big prize, but I had to sign a release form to get it. Here was my induction papers, and I can still recall what my draft number was. 22.
Wow.
I was the first bunch that went in.
What year was that, roughly? Ballpark, you know.
69.
About 69? And how long were you over there for?
2 years.
3 years?
No, 2 years. It was. I did 8 trips, which was 3-month time period.
Oh, I see. And you come back to the States, and then?
No, I came back. Period. I went back to my duty station, and from my duty station, I came back stateside.
Yeah. Wow, partner. Well,
I led the life of hell. But like I said, I do support our troops. I want them home just as bad as you do.
Good. Probably more. You've been there. You've seen it firsthand.
I've seen what the hell the women folk in Vietnam went through. They were fucked and everything. And then after Charlie got through with them and he turned them loose on his troops, he stuck a bayonet up in their pussies and ripped them wide open. And threw them in a goddamn open pit. He did the same damn thing to our POWs because they wouldn't give him the information he wanted. He fucked them. He didn't give a damn. He fucked them and stuck a bayonet up their ass and ripped them open.
The whole thing is just crazy. It's beyond comprehension in a way.
Maybe beyond comprehension, but I've seen it with my own eyes.
See, that's.
And people today still don't know what the hell went on over there during that war. Kids, females, everything would pick up a weapon, point it at you, and pull that trigger in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I had a little 4-year-old Vietnamese son who watched his mom and dad get killed right in front of him, and his grandparents.
I'm gonna get your sign there too, buddy.
And the only thing that saved his ass was Charlie had him wired up with grenades. He was only 4 years old. Our company commander wanted to shoot him. We told him, go ahead, but you won't come out of here alive. Every weapon was pointed on the CO. We meant business. So I called to my friend. I said, you got your wire cutters? He said, yeah. I said, get over here and start cutting. Cut the 2 wires under his arms first. Because when he threw his arms up, that pulled the pins. Blew his ass up as well as the troops.
Jeez. So what's the moral to, I mean, these are ugly, terrible, terrible things. And what's the moral of the story is?
The moral of the story is, if we don't have to fight, we shouldn't fight. We should leave our troops right here. Because there's going to be a war here, and it's going to be between Russia and China.
That's what I hear people talk like that.
Russia's going to come in the front door, China's going to come in the back door and bring every damn nuclear weapon they have, including the ones that they bought from Saddam.
Jeez. Well, in spite of all this bad stuff we've been talking about, do you find any peace in your own life? I mean, since all this crap that you've been through, you can't find peace within your own heart and just in your living.
All I know how to do is forgive, but I don't forget. And I won't forget.
You won't forget, but you know you forgive.
I forgive.
That's pretty loving.
I forgive, but I won't forget.
That's pretty loving, and that's pretty smart. I wish you peace in your heart. I'm going to send some vibes your way. And I forget your name.
John.
John. I might see you around downtown here a little more.
Well, I see a lot of the...
Oh, yeah, some advertising there.
Up here.
Yeah. You know, and someday if you'd like to go in there and look around, and I see you down here, are you out on the streets here a lot, or around?
I'm here 7 days a week, Monday
Do you sit
Friday.
like right in this area kind of a lot during the daytime? Or?
I've been here for 13 years.
Okay.
I even sleep here.
Okay, John. I'm going to look you up if you want some hot summer day. Go in there and just wander around. You know, if you want just to do something different. I don't know.
All right.
You know, and I want to do something nice for you, if I can. And I gave you a little push up the hill. That was a start.
Yeah.
And I'm getting your word out. You have a message, and a very important message, a serious message. And I'm helping document these things. So.
And I hope our so-called president takes heed of it. Because this is just the beginning.
Well,
if 744,000 vets marched on Washington, there wouldn't be a damn thing they could do to stop us.
Yeah.
And we'd be picking up veterans left and right till all 744,000 stops at the White House. And then Mr. Bush, the third, would be in a world of hurt.
That's what we really need. We need to have that kind of march on the White House, whether it's the veterans and every man and woman in this country.
It'll start with the vets.
Yeah.
But I'll guarantee you, it'll be more than just vets marching on Washington, D.C.
Are you familiar with Veterans for Peace? Have you heard of them? Chapter 72, I think, is the Portland chapter. I marched with some of those guys yesterday with Courage to Resist people, and we marched to the recruiting station and just chanted things, you know, like peace and, you know, out of Iraq and...
out of Iraq, stop the war, out of Iraq,
yep.
Bring them home.
And just and supporting war resistors of people who are wanting to stand up and say, I don't want to do this. And one of the war resistors marched with us. He did 8 months in jail over in Germany for refusing to fight. And his wife and children were there, and I filmed it all. So I'm trying to do that. I'm doing what the media isn't doing, getting out in the streets and getting the truth to the rest of the people.
You know, I give you credit. You're doing more than what the media does. The media only puts in effect what they want people to hear. They don't tell them
it's the corporate interest, right?
They don't tell them the whole damn story.
Yeah.
It's got to be up to us to bring the whole story to the people.
Yep.
And let them hear it.
Yep. And it's
because if we don't do it, it'll never get told. It'll never get told.
That's right. Well, thank you for telling it.
I told so damn many people down when we had that when we had bands playing down here at Pioneer Square.
Sure.
Somehow or another I went to listen to one band play, and the guy handed me the microphone, and I said what I had to say. You'd be surprised at how many people broke down and cried because they couldn't believe what I was telling them.
Yep. You have a serious message. I hear it. I hear it.
And
then the rest of the world needs to hear it. So keep doing what you're doing.
Well,
you know, because you're helping mankind, basically, is what you're doing.
Well, whenever there's a chance and I can get on the air, yeah, I'll go. I'll willingly go.
Hey, I just asked you right now, and you said, sure, I'll speak. I'll look into the camera and tell you what I'm, and I thank you for it. I got to run along.
Okay, you take care, Mike.
Buddy, you take care, and I'm going to see you around out here. I know. I'll look you up. Okay, bud.
Have a good day, Mike.
You too.